Hey guys, welcome to another episode of our Team Elite cast. Today we have just a little ladder game between me, KillKap, and the enemy Zerg, Forkling. Today we have a special guest. We have Barul with us. Say hello.
Hey.
He's going to be helping me. Hopefully he's going to also be doing quite a few other videos later, and we're gonna put this on times 2 because it's pretty basic opening. Don't do anything too fancy, but
Yeah.
you are actually pretty new to this, aren't you, bro?
Yeah, I actually am. I'm on what, my second week, I think? I'm still pretty new. I'm main race Zerg, so I can probably help you on the Zerg stuff, but
I don't know about that, but you are new, yet you are Silverly, correct?
yes, but only in Wings Delivery.
Well, again, it's just probably you haven't gotten to play HOTS yet, which the Zerg kind of did give a little bit of a buff, especially with the Ultralisk, because I don't know, you were talking about it earlier,
Yeah.
that you won Ultralisk once, but that's mostly a choice.
It really depends on what you're going against, but I saw that you scouted right there. Surprisingly, you didn't lose that probe.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to keep the probes in with the Zerg that early, especially with that kind of a late pool. I was able to almost get my complete wall in already. Pump out that first zealot before that Zergling rush, because when you play bronze, that's what you have to do. You learn how to stop the cheese, and then it helps, but it doesn't, because when you get to those bigger games against like platinums and diamonds, they don't cheese you, and you're sitting there with all these little gateway units trying to stop this massive Zergling rush or whatever, and then you just kind of get destroyed.
Yeah. I see that you're getting a Stargate right now. Is there any plan that you're going for right now?
Well, this is my standard opening against Zerg, except for the Forge. Usually I don't usually like to go for the Forge, but I was thinking FFE. But I usually screw that up, so I was like, no, screw it. Just gonna wall in with a cannon. Just not gonna be all that creative. Get out my mothership core, and I'm gonna pump out an Oracle. Oracles are amazing. As soon as you get hot, you need to play with an Oracle. Like, it is the greatest thing since Stalkers. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to go do some harassment with that Oracle.
Oh, they're so fast. They take out workers so quickly. But then again, look, if you just check out my army real quick, I'll bring up the units tab. I don't really have much. I have 2 zealots, a stalker, and an oracle, and that oracle is going to be by itself, and he's sending 8 of roaches at me at the front.
Yeah, but don't forget
this.
you have that mothership core.
It helps, but it doesn't. And I mean, it does some damage, yes, but it's just not something to rely on.
Yeah,
But here you see the Oracle harass going swimmingly.
Yeah.
It takes out that queen, the only anti-air the Zerg really have at this point. But it might be at a loss, because I do have a chance to lose this expansion, because I got now 6 roaches I'm about to get. So.
What I realized that you didn't do is the time warp on the roaches.
I wasn't really worried about macro, I guess. I mean micro, my bad. Because at that point I had 3 units. I wasn't going to win the battle anyway.
It's just more of... It's only 3 units for now, you can leave it at that.
Yeah, and again, I guess you can mostly just save it for the photon overcharge, because that's pretty nice against that Zergling rush or something like that. But the Oracle does run out of energy eventually, so that's one downside, but as you can see, it's got 10 kills so far. So you can and most of those are drones. Actually, one is the queen. So it does slow some things down. Um, managed to keep the expansion. Managed to keep the stalkers. I keep warping some
I
in.
see that the Zerg has taken his third.
Yeah, but now with I don't know if you ever do play PvZ, but usually if you keep up with the Zerg with your expansions, they're kind of at a disadvantage because Zerg units, they're like just spiders with Ebola. If they bite you, you're dead, but you can squish them with a shoe if you wanted to.
One of the main problems with Zerg that I've realized playing it is that if you let the Protoss mass up and get high tech, there's almost no way you can win. Almost. The only thing is that if you don't continuously attack them, then you don't know what they're going to have and what units to get.
Correct. And now with the Tempest and all these other things, Sky Toss is just absolutely ridiculous against Zerg because they either need to go mass Hydra or mass Muta just to deal with it, but sometimes just with those carriers now, with the I forget what upgrade it is, that just spits out those interceptors so fast, the Mutas just have no chance.
With these Phoenix, are you planning to take out his overlords, or is there another plan for those?
Actually, the Phoenix is, I would say, is one of my signatures because it's more of I like harassing with them because I've seen other players do it where they just get like a few Phoenixes and they'll just go over and start picking stuff up. Like you'll see it in a second once these other two pop. We'll get a better look at that. Also, there is a build that everyone should learn, is the Immortal Sentry versus Zerg. Absolutely wonderful because those Immortals take so long to kill. With those sentries, you can just spread Zerg out. Don't let them get the surround or even into position and just have a heyday with them, just blowing them apart. But I was just surprised how easy it was to just sit back and macro, because he really didn't push at all.
He
I mean, yes, he did suffer a little bit of harassment at the beginning, but
he only has 3 Hydras and 2 Zerglings. That's kind of weird for a Zerg. But let's see.
whoops, wrong button. Oh well, we'll keep that.
Is that one sentry that you have just for force fields, or are you going to scout with it?
Yes, for right now it's just for force fields, and as you can see, the Phoenixes just picking up those Hydras, making them pretty much worthless.
Yeah.
Just gonna work on his taking out his overlords, and they really can't do anything about it at this point. He hasn't even built a spore crawler yet. Usually when they see Oracle at the beginning, they'll pop a spore crawler down in their mineral line, but he didn't do that.
I'm surprised he didn't do it just in case of DTs. A lot of people like doing DT harassment, I've realized.
Yeah. But again, that's probably more of a Bronze League play. Well, then again, some of our clan members who are Platinum still do it, just because some people don't expect it, especially with those drops. Getting, oh, what is it? The Warp Prism and doing drops like a Terran. Those can be pretty nice, as long as you have the production to back it up.
I see that you just made a Tempest that is going to be followed by 4 Phoenix.
Yes. This would be using the Phoenixes more as a scout, and having the Tempest use its 9 range on these things. That just in case he did have a spore crawler, I could snipe it real quick. And also the Tempest can shoot ground air, so it can help when the Phoenixes have that enemy picked up.
Okay.
So it just picking up the enemy renders it useless, and then just shooting it with the Phoenixes or the Tempest. And the Tempest is just always a nice unit composition just to have. And I had to take out my pylon here because it was blocking me. I couldn't get down there. But we fixed that just right.
You're not going to be able to make units for a little while because your supply blocked, but until you get that pylon up.
But at this point, I still feel pretty safe, even though, because they still can't get up there, even with that one cannon down.
Is there any reason why you're building this robotics bay?
The robotics bay, of course, because Zerg likes to swarm, and what the Colossus does is very good against swarmed units. They just giant groups, they just let that laser beam go. Now, I did forget to get the extended thermal lances. That extends the range of the Colossus, so I can keep the Zerg at a farther distance and all that other fun stuff. But it probably would have been better if I did go more sentry, so I can get that force field wall up. Since we do have a little bit more melee, I wouldn't say more melee class, because I mean, the only thing they really have is Zerglings, that is melee.
Yeah, he's going for a really economical approach. He thinks that you're still going to be massing up by the time he's got his fourth base up and running, by the looks of it.
Again, oh, go ahead.
I also realized that you're no longer making any gateway units.
Yes.
The reason why you're not getting any more stalkers or zealots, per se?
Well, I mean, just, again, look, the army itself is already pretty filled out, I guess you could say. And plus, I'm trying to just keep my money low, and as you can see, from just the minerals at the top there, he's got 400, 600, 700 minerals. I'm just saving up just enough to get the units I need to attack. Though my gas is a little bit off, I probably should have done something about that maybe. But here comes his push, completely out of line. Really what you want to do with that kind of stuff is make sure your army is in a nice ball so you can maneuver it better. And see, even if your Phoenixes aren't shooting, you can take units out of the battle and absolutely decimate armies. Because, again, the less you have to deal with, the better. And plus, having your Phoenixes pick up units like Skeets and have Stalkers take them out just makes your life easier.
Yeah.
But this game is coming to a close here. He has no army, he has 4 bases, but nothing really to defend it. Production tab, he hasn't even started making any units.
Well, what I also saw is that he barely worked on his creep spread, which, for me, is actually pretty bad as a Zerg, because creep spread is what keeps you aware of what's coming.
Exactly. And also the Hydras he was massing, definitely, they move faster on it, the Queens move faster. They could have definitely taken out a lot of my air units a lot faster. A little Miss Micro here with his roaches.
Yeah, he has them on group command. And will kill your army. He also has all these drones just sitting here. Is that the GG?
Yeah, I think he was gonna try to kind of run out of there, but yeah, a simple game. Nothing too much happened, but it was an interesting game to watch because I made mistakes and he made just a little bit more.
Yeah.
But any other thoughts?
Well, did you get any upgrades during this time?
Let me see. Which one's upgrades?
No, you actually.
Nope. I only got the warp gate. Which is probably another blunder on my part, but hey, I won.
Works, it works.
And, well, for that, we're probably just going to end it there. Again, Barul's going to be posting some games, so it's not just going to be me and my voice taking over the channel. So look out for those. See you next time. Okay.